Hi everyone, this is Serene from Elite Link Education. I'm at Wall Street right now, and today I'm going to take you guys to explore the only boarding school in Manhattan, Léman Manhattan Prep. Let's go! So right now we're at the library. So the school actually have a lot of resources, and one of the class is also actually in here. It's the writing and the research class for the 10th graders. The school will help the student to transition into the 11th grade IB Diploma Program, and the writing is a very important part of it. Right now, we're at Leman's band room. The school actually partnered with Juilliard, and a lot of the professors will actually come here to provide one-on-one sessions for the student that wants to go to the music school or study like piano or other instrument. Right now, we're at the basketball court of the school. So we can see it's not easy for a school located at Wall Street and have all these space for sports and exercise. The student actually can do rock climbing, different type of team sports, a lot of options. So this swimming pool opens all year round, except for the swimming class. Students can also come here in the morning or after school. And this is one of the best swimming pool in downtown New York. A lot of other schools will actually rent the space for their students to practice swimming here. Another required course for 10th graders is actually the swimming class. Everyone is required to take the swimming classes, and they need to learn all 4 different types of moves of swimming. So we're at the gym right now, and the gym is actually a required class for 10th graders. So next, I'm going to take you guys to the most important part of the school, the cafeteria. Hi everyone, I had the great pleasure to meet the head of high school, Josh. And Josh, you want to say hello?
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to Leman.
So the first question, a lot of people think IB diploma can be very intense. So how is Leman helping the student to thrive under the IB system?
Yeah, well, you're right. The IB is certainly intense. It's generally recognized as kind of the gold standard in secondary school curriculum, and it serves our community tremendously well because students can choose between going to a competitive American college or university or a college or university internationally. And I'd say about 10% of any given one of our graduating classes attends school internationally. And so I think it's amazing that IB really opens the world to students. What we strive to do as a school is ensure that students, by the time they enter the IB program in the 11th grade, are really prepared for the academic rigor of the IB program. So we work particularly, all the way down through kindergarten here, but for many of our international students who might not come until the 9th grade, 8th or 9th grade, we really begin ensuring that all of their 9th and 10th grade curriculum is aligned to prepare them for the International Baccalaureate program. So for example, we have an intensive 1 trimester writing and research class in the 10th grade that prepares students to write towards kind of college level work in preparation for the more intensive writing with the IB program, and also the extended essay that they'll have to do as part of the IBDP.
Yeah, so the school and then the IB program are very known for the personalized learning. How the school gives student, like each individual student, like support.
Yeah, I mean, we really take a personalized learning approach to our curriculum and also our teacher-student relationships. We have small class sizes. I'd say the maximum class size is in the 16 to 20, and that's just one really like Spanish classes, and some econ classes can get over 15. Otherwise, they're smaller classes. So particularly for IB classes, which really encourage creative problem solving and a lot of critical thinking skills, it's really wonderful for our diverse student body to be able to share their perspectives. For example, in our advisory program, which meets 3 days a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, it's an opportunity for students, a small group of students, to check in with their advisor to ensure that they're on the right track.
I do heard from the students that they told me it's very easy for them to talk with any teacher and very quick respond, and they always get the support they need.
Right.
So that's a really good environment Leman is cultivating for the student.
Thank you. Yeah, we really try to strive for this 24-hour communication policy, you know, particularly because we have a lot of international students. And it's a big commitment to put your child in a school overseas, thousands of miles away from your home. And so I think a lot of parents in other countries look to us to be the family, the in loco parentis support for their child. And so we take that communication very seriously.
You IB Bob?
Yes, it's true.
I love that name. I love that name. So when people heard about IB program, they would feel a little bit nervous about it because it's difficult. So how does school measure the student's success in this program?
I think part of that success story is finding out what individual students' goals are. So we have some students that are very eager to attend competitive universities, and the IB is a great program to get you ready for that. For those students, they would take on what we call the full IB diploma, which would entail them taking 6 IB courses and exams in those courses. They would write a 4,000-word extended essay on the topic of their choosing, which is really amazing. And they take a class that's called Theory of Knowledge, which is an interesting class that's only found in the International Baccalaureate program. It's not about new content, really. It's about taking content that you already understand and then looking at how and why you think you know it and asking questions.
Hi, everyone. So now I'm with Enuma, the director of the college counseling. So she will share the insights of the college counseling process at Leman. The school had a very exciting year this year. Do you mind to share a little bit of the highlights of the admission results?
Yeah, so we were really excited that so many students got into one of their top 3 choices. We had a record number of acceptances to NYU, I think 10 plus acceptances to NYU. We have students going to UPenn, Columbia, Barnard, Cornell. So just a range of really exciting schools. I'm new to Leman this year. The process for how Leman supports these students really is about starting early. So how do we work with them from 9th grade and onwards to really make sure that they're having exposure to the types of things that can develop them as leaders, research opportunities and things like that that can really allow them to stand out. So within Leman we have our science research program. So a lot of our students who receive top choices were a part of that. We have an amazing performing arts program. So between, film, our musicals, we have a lot of musicians, partnerships with the Juilliard program. So we have a lot of students who have very strong talents in that area that they've been able to cultivate here. And then also just the plethora of clubs and opportunities for leadership that students have. So we have quite a number of extracurricular clubs that students are able to either join or start their own, do fundraisers with, service in the local community. And so we kind of help students piece together what is their goal for what they want to study later, and then how can they then track backwards from when they're younger to get involved in the right academic opportunities and personal development, leadership opportunities. And I think it's really important that they have depth in the things that they're doing. So we don't just want kids just joining a bunch of clubs, but we want them to really be intentional about what are the things that they're passionate about, what do they care about, and then how can they take advantage of the resources we have here to kind of go deeper into those areas.
So the whole college application process can be like very complicated, or even student might feel lost throughout the process. So how the school gives student like guidance to make sure they understand what they should do, and for example, like what major or what college should be on their list.
Yeah.
How the school help with that?
Through a variety of ways. So again, talking about starting early, we have required meetings with all our sophomores where they talk about their majors of interest and careers of interest, and we help them plan out their course schedule early, particularly because the IB is 2 years, so they have to plan ahead from sophomore year about which classes they'll take. So we do a meeting there, and then we have a series of family meetings or student individual meetings starting junior year and then continuing into senior year, where we cover everything directly with the student, about their college list, all the pieces. And that individual process runs very intensively, sophomore up into senior year. We also have a college seminar class, so they meet weekly with us, with the college counseling team, and we cover lessons on everything. Something we call Appy Hours, which is an after-school open office where we give them snacks and they can come in and work with us. They can be at a quiet table, and then we can go back and forth between different students, and it's just a space to be directly supported.
That's very nice. The snack part sounds very good. Yeah,
exactly. That makes it a little bit more attractive to get them there. We also have a test prep class that we offered in person this year. So after school in the winter leading up to the April test, we offered a test prep class that a lot of students took advantage of. We also offer in-school testing, so to make it easier and more accessible for students.
Since there's a lot of support from the school, would the school provide some opportunities for the student to talk to the college directly?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's actually a huge piece of how we make sure they're building relationships with the schools, and that our institution is building relationships with the schools. So throughout the whole fall season, we have a series of college representative visits. We had over 85 different colleges come, and they come throughout the school day, and students can sign up to meet in small groups. And the great part is that usually the person who comes to visit is the person who reads regionally for this area. So they'd be reading Manhattan or Leman, and they're actually meeting most likely the person who's reading their application. So they have that opportunity to meet in a small group and with the person who is going to get their application. And so we're very excited to see, schools across a whole range of the spectrum reach out to come visit us. And then that's in the fall. And then in the spring, we have our annual college fair. And that was highly successful this year. The whole school is invited. And again, we had like almost 90 schools, including international schools, Ivy Leagues, all sorts of schools come.
That's very impressive. 90 schools.
Yeah, set up upstairs, and kids can circulate between the different tables, talk to people, etc. And then from there, another kind of way that we support the students around engaging directly with colleges is by having them look at their college list and then seeing what sort of either regional receptions are being offered that they can attend, and also interview opportunities. So a lot of the schools will offer either alumni interviews or sometimes college rep interviews. And so we make sure that students are accessing those, because sometimes they fill up quickly. So as we work individually with students, we walk them through the process of requesting the interview and then preparing for those interviews.
Yeah, that's really helpful. So the school actually putting efforts to getting the student the interview opportunity with the college they want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also another kind of engagement opportunity is we offer overnight trips. So this year we did the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, and we take our juniors overnight, and we're on the campuses, and we also get to meet the admissions officers there. They talk to the students, and it's a way for us to, showcase the bright, intelligent Leman students and the kind of good questions they're asking, and just to engage directly with the college.
Well, that's really impressive. So the school actually would invite like over 90 schools, 90 universities to come to visit student in person. And also the school will basically bring the students to their campus and to meet them. So I know the school is very known for its IB program, and the school also have internship opportunities. So how does school help the student to get those opportunities?
Yes. Well, the IB program, as you know, is a rigorous program that provides students with lots of opportunities. So often, many of the opportunities we have for internships want students that are participating in IB programs because of the type of work that they're doing. So we continue to expand that list of internship opportunities for students, whether it's at local universities around the city, local organizations, whether that's in the arts, whether it's in finance, whether it's in fashion. New York City offers so many opportunities for students, and we continue to make connections with those organizations so then we can provide those kind of opportunities to students. Our college counseling office, which is quite robust and offers lots of programmings for students, they have an ongoing list that they add to, and they provide those lists to students and help them get into those programs.
I hope you guys enjoy the campus tour, and actually this is only the small part of the school. And there are just so many other amazing things about Leman. And if you guys have any questions, please left in the comment sections. Thank you for watching.